Right, it's the summer of 1704, and our fleet has arrived in the Ivory Coast. So we will send them over here and commence getting rich. Hooray! Riches! And since it seems like this is a nice area, we'll wait a little bit and send probably three Indian men down at once. We've got all our farms up, we've got our house in Denmark, we've got settlement fortifications, very importantly, in Denmark. Winter 1704, we train some. Okay, gonna build 2 more regiments of foot, and then in winter 1704 we'll build 2 regiments of horse, and then we'll recruit a general, so we'll have 3 units of cavalry and 6 units of line infantry, along with probably a unit of militia, a unit of pikemen, a general's bodyguard, and a unit of provincial cavalry. So we'll have a pretty good army. And importantly, we will not be using the diplomacy thing, we'll be using ring bayonets, which is very nice. After ring bayonets, might research improved animal husbandry, because that increases food generation. Are food shortages happening anywhere? I don't tend to notice food shortages. I mean, I've seen them a few times, but normally that was long after I had improved animal husbandry. I don't know. We will see. Hopefully our little trade fleet can survive, but I am ready to leg it should those bloody pirates show up, as they are wont to do. One turn until we get our shipyard. So I'll actually train this regiment of horse this time. Okay, 3,000 next turn. Very quick turn this, just action, 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 but not very much because we don't have that much money. Okay, that's 1704. Summer. I will see you in the winter time. Bring a coat. Hello there, nice coat. Winter of 1704, we have a shipyard. Hooray! That's correct. So we're going to train a 6th rate there, and that will escort our 3 Indiamen down there to the Ivory Coast. Get another regiment of horse going there, and now we have some money to spend that we probably can't actually spend on anything, which is a bit sad, really. So I might actually, I'll recruit another 6th rate, and then I'll be recruiting some more Indiamen later on. The pirates haven't attacked us, which means that hopefully the pirates aren't here. But they still have their little pirate strongholds. We might take those a bit later on, because it gets rid of pirates forever, and that is such a nice thing to have. No pirates is brilliant. Okay, we're getting 580 there each turn, which is wonderful. Not making too much next turn, but next turn we will be declaring war on those bloody Swedes and marching towards Stockholm. Hopefully we'll be there by the winter of 1705, but I'm not sure. I might not risk moving these guys there and moving these guys there and then linking them up next turn. I might move those guys there and move those guys there, and that will probably mean we'll only be there by winter 1705. But that's no bad thing. Catch a little jingle there for the winter of 1704. poor, very poor, but we've got 1,153 krona coming through there, and that's an original name. You know, this ship was built in Denmark, and it's a Danish ship, so let's call it Denmark. That's a brilliant idea. You know, that was me gonna call it Croatia. Yeah, that's 1704. Winter done, but things are about to get much more exciting, because next turn we're going to have a war on our hands, and we're going to have the first test of Danish military prowess in combat against the arch enemy, Sweden. Pity we don't have any rakes, really, but we will when we get Sweden, because Karlstad has a bawdy house. Yeah, so that was 1704, a year characterised by military build-up, ships, and not that much else. It is the summer of 1705, and Ring Bayonet has been completed. Current cabinet won the election. I haven't got rid of that rubbish minister. Get out, get out, get out! He's not as bad, but that doesn't take a lot. The government is obscenely popular. Well connected. 2 regiments of horse in Denmark. We are... No, we're not going to research carbines, we're going to research empiricism. And the army is going to be moving out. We will recruit a general. Good afternoon, your generalship. And we will go right ahead and declare war. We're not going to call our allies to help because we want to keep them as allies, and we're not too bothered about, well, we want this to be our war. We don't want the Russians snapping up Finland or something, even though they're already at war, but yeah. Okay, we're not going to call our allies to help. Sweden doesn't have any allies, so that's good. We're at war. Okay.
Framöver.
Now let me just see, we're not going to bring the general over here, we're going to keep him in command.
Framöver.
Okay. So we now have a significantly strengthened army. It will take a year. It will be summer of 1706 by the time we besiege Sweden, but that's no problem. 1 turn till we get a 6th rate. Get another Indiaman in the queue. Might be an idea to recruit another regiment of militia, just in case Sweden has an army there that thinks they can pick on us. It still has a reasonable garrison, and at very least it should be able to do a bit of damage. That seems to be it. Yeah. Next turn we will move closer to Sweden, Stockholm even. We are in Sweden. And we will start sending a little artillery fleet of 3 Indiamen and a 6th rate down to assist our hardy trade pioneers in the Ivory Coast. Their income has gone up. Maybe it increases over time. I hope it does. He's a rubbish admiral. He's lost at least one sea battle. Right. To be honest, he's 40, so he's got his 5th rate. I doubt I doubt he'll be involved in any fighting. I mean, this is a pretty soft
Order.
it's a pretty soft area. But I might send this sloop down and raid Swedish trade route to get some extra money.
Skutan är slagfärdig, kapten.
There we go. Helps us out a little bit. We're barely making any money at all. So we're going to freeze our army build up and hope we don't get absolutely hammered by a huge Swedish army. But we shall see. 1705 and the Kingdom of Denmark, Norway is at war with Sweden. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, we're at war. Isn't it such fun? We're not too well thought of by the French. Religious differences, different government time. Neither we thought of too well by the Spanish. For the same reasons. That does it for 1705. Ooh, I want to raid that trade route. I might just get these Indiamen to go on their own and risk it a little bit to get my 6th rate to raid this. 4,104 going through there. We can strangle the Swedes by blockading that trade route. I'm not sure whether the Swedes have an army, what it's doing, if it's doing anything, whether they have a navy. Same questions, but we're about to find out probably. See you in